Hey, what's up, everybody? Bringing another review. This time is of the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter V Chun-Li. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. First and foremost, before I begin anything, I want to start out by saying I was unlucky and I cracked an ankle on my Chun-Li. It was my own fault, I'm assuming, because I opened the box. I guess I was a little too rough with it, didn't give it treatment right away. I was too excited, and I cracked the left ankle. Right now, it is sticky tacked together, but people kept asking for the review, so I want to be able to still talk about the figure while acknowledging the fact that I'm fucked up. Excuse my language. So, yeah. So, first and foremost, I want to get into the fact that the figure does stand obviously pretty well. Even with a sticky tacked leg, she stands just fine. Now, in terms of what we're going to have going on, it's going to be a little difficult to prove some things simply because I messed up with the ankle. But let's get going. First and foremost, I think I want to start with the facial features. And the reason why that is because a lot of people didn't like the SHF one because it looked a little too anime. It didn't look like the Chun-Li that they liked in the game. The issue that I have personally is that the Storm Collectible stuff is pretty much sculpted accurately to the Street Fighter V games. That being said, I don't like the way Chun-Li looks in Street Fighter V. That's just me. But in terms of likeness and what's going on, I think they pretty much nailed Chun-Li facial features. They nailed it. I think Kiki did a great design with it. The issue being is that I don't like this face sculpt. It doesn't appeal to me. It's not the Chun-Li that I know. And I do prefer the SHF when it comes to that. It's a matter of preference. But I will say this, is that they definitely knocked it out with the faces. The upset face, the angry face is definitely nailed. The action face with the hair flowing is nailed very, very well. I see that it is done incredibly well. And the neutral face as well is really good. The pom-poms on the head actually can rotate, and that's on each and different head, so you don't have to worry about swapping it every time. They actually rotate on each head. As far as head rotation goes, it rotates all the way around. It's a little loose in the area of the neck, so please be careful. It is on a smaller peg than usual, so please be very careful with your joints. Now, as far as arm and the body articulation, Chun-Li actually gets a nice shoulder rotation. The butterfly joints hidden pretty well. The arm can rotate all the way through. It can go all the way around. And she's double jointed just like the rest, except that her muscle features actually don't get in the way. So she can actually fold and rotate really well through what's going on. As far as ab crunch, she can actually fold really far backwards. She can fold and bend really far forwards. Leg articulation is, for me, this leaves a little something to be desired because it can actually go all the way up. It can go across. But when I do that, the upper torso actually comes apart. And that's something that I'm not a big fan of. I like the clicking sound, but it's also quite scary because what happens is that I run across the issue that I ran across now with the issue of this, which I broke the ankle. And I'm going to take blame for it considerably, but I'm unsure if it was me or if it was the actual figure. You can actually rotate here as well. This doesn't happen quite often to me, but the fact that it did happen is proof that I need to own up to it. Maybe I was a little rough, but that's why I test figures, you know? So the leg articulation, it leaves a little something to be desired. You still have plenty of ankle pivot, which I think is really dope, but I'm going to be a little careful here, so bear with me because I snapped the last one. And right now it's actually giving me quite a bit of resistance, so I'm not going to test that even further. I'm going to rotate it back and call it a day. But Chun-Li overall, I feel like has a really good design. I think that she's done really well. I think that despite the issues, the only thing that's holding Chun-Li back is actually the fear of people moving their joints. I think that's going to be something that people won't be able to do because they're going to watch this and probably fear it. I would say don't do that. I would say do the exact opposite of me and play with it. Just be a little less enthusiastic upon opening it. What I do suggest, and I've suggested this numerous times before, is that you get the Traxxas silicone shock oil. It's mostly used for RC cars, but it can be used for action figures too, especially loosening joints and preventing them from breaking like I did mine. Now, in terms of hands and accessories, Chun-Li comes with the lightning kick effect set. Now, obviously, that's so scary. Now, obviously, when you do the effect, you place it through the foot, and it holds really well. You can do it either way. Whichever side you prefer, you can actually do the lightning kick pretty well. That is quite scary. But as far as posing goes, I think Chun-Li actually can still do really good poses. You just have to be really careful to what's going on. So you get the lightning kick accessory. You also get the V-trigger effects. Oop, caught you. And again, that's because of what's going on with the left leg. You also get the V-trigger effect. It's really dope. And you also get the Kikoken effect, which can actually attach to Tamashi stages as well as the Street Fighter V stages provided by Storm. I like this effect a lot. You can also use it for Hadouken, Kamehameha, energy key effects for the Dragon Ball figures. It's really dope. Now, as far as hands go, you get the open martial arts palms from Chun-Li. You get the laughing hand, which is something I really do enjoy. Or the slap hand, depending on what you want to do. You get the open palms. You get, oh, actually, this one is the slap hand. My apologies. This one is the slap hand. The other one was for the Kikoken. So this one is for Kikoken effect. Sorry about that. And this one is for the laugh slash slapping. So yeah. Overall, I'm really enjoying the Chun-Li. I think the only gripe that I have would be considerably how scary tight the joints are. I'm pretty sure it could just be me. If not, I would continue to be happy with the line. But this seems to be something that has plagued Storm for the last few releases that some people worry about. So you have to be careful. Real quick, I'm going to compare her to her SHF counterpart. As you can see, she towers over her. She has the look definitely nailed down for the Street Fighter look. She's more busty in the area that some people care about. But overall, she is really nice. The other issue is that compared to her other Street Fighter counterparts, I don't think that she should be that she should be the same height. That's one issue that we should have to worry about. She shouldn't be around the same height. She's actually shorter than these guys. But with the Storm stuff, their 112 is actually bigger than everyone else's 112. So that's something that we need to sort out, I guess, going forward. Here she is next to a Mezco cap. Here she is next to a Nightmare Batman. So, honestly, even though she's really big, she still fits in scale what people like to play with, which are mostly Marvel Legends and the Marvel guys, the Mezco stuff. So she'll work out just fine, actually, with that across the board. Here she is next to a synthetic human. So while she towers over some, she actually fits in scale with others. So it's something to really work out. I'm going to do my best to try to get photos out of this. If you don't see photos at the end, that just means I couldn't make something work. But I'll try to at least get something up. In the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it informative. Thank you again to Storm, who allowed me to review this really early. Excuse me. And I do appreciate you guys. Hopefully this feedback will help you guys going forward. And guys, take it easy. Drink your water. Be good.